Hey everyone, it's Scott. In today's project, I'm going to show you how I installed these amazing LED stair lights. And as you can see, I think it looks great. It was a lot of work. And as you can see, there's no wires visible. I've hidden everything behind the walls. So I'm going to take you through this step by step. I'm going to show you how I put not just the switch at the bottom, but also a separate smart switch at the top of the stairs as well. These are the lights that I installed. I bought 2 triple packs on Amazon, and the beauty of them is they just fit in a standard single gang box. So of course the challenging part of this project isn't putting holes in the wall. That's really quite simple. It's how to run the wiring. And this is what the wiring looks like. So it starts on the right hand side with a switch, and then wires go to each light in turn. It all starts with the garage, which is where the power is actually coming through the wall. The curved section of the stairs is actually a void behind, so that gives a lot of room to run cabling. The highest 2 lights on the stairs were only made possible because I was able to access the bathroom behind. We had to get our entire house repiped, which meant that the plumbers cut holes everywhere. So by having easy access from behind, I was able to put the 2 highest lights on the stairs. An alternative to that could have been to install a couple of lights on the actual risers themselves using the stair closet underneath for access. Switching to a plan view of the house, you see that void space really made it easy to run the wires for those lights. I then added a switch, and I pulled power through to that switch from the garage just by drilling a single hole through. But having access in the bathroom made it possible to easily add the 2 extra lights higher up on the stairs. Final challenge was, how do we switch these lights from both downstairs and upstairs? Traditionally, you would do 2-way switching, but that would have required a new cable to be run from the bottom switch to the top switch. And that was just going to be way too much work, and I wasn't up for that challenge. So let me show you what I did instead. So having powered the stair lights from the bottom with the switch on the wall there, how are we going to remotely control it from upstairs without running wiring everywhere? Well, the answer is the same switch, but up here, and this will only operate as a remote control. This will be powering the light switch only. There will be no light fixture or any cables coming out of that light switch. When we press this, that will remotely control the one downstairs. So it's a hack for doing a 2-way switch without having to run miles of cabling. Going back to the bottom of the stairs for a second, this is the TP-Link Smart Dimmer switch that I used. I have a few of these in the house. I find the TP-Link products really great, very reliable, and this dimmer switch is nice. The lights are dimmable, of course, which is important, but you can dim really from 100% all the way down to 0. It's a little bit hard to show you on this video, but the dimming works really nicely. It also lets you do a fade out instead of just a immediate switch off. The lights can actually fade out, which is quite a nice setting that you can configure in their app. Okay, so everything is wired up. I'll turn around to the back of the switch so you can see the 3 lines going in. We've got the ground, the hot, and the neutral. And then this one would ordinarily be feeding the actual light fixture. In this case, there is no light fixture directly connected. This is just a remote control, so I'm going to leave that loose. I'm going to tape these up, get the power back on, and we'll test this out. Well, as you can see, the stair lights are off, so let's go to the switch. That's it. Go back here and press it again, turn it off. There you go. It works. So let's take a closer look at how I actually did this job. So I started by marking on the wall where all of the studs were using my stud finder. So that's what the blue tape represents. Normally studs are 16 inches on center. On the radius, they were actually half that, so they were every 8 inches. One tool that I highly recommend is an endoscope like this that connects to your smartphone. But this is what a $40 endoscope looks like, and I have to say, it was worth every penny. I can see the studs, I know what insulation is there, I can see an existing cable. It just gives you peace of mind before you start cutting holes. So using a level, I mark around the box. Once I've done that, I drill 2 pilot holes, one in each diagonal corner, and then use the one of these little drywall saws. I just put in these single gang drywall boxes. So with a bunch of holes cut in the wall, now is the time to start running cable. But I came across a problem connecting from the left hole to the right hole there. It was just too difficult. Even though there was space behind, there was a lot of insulation, things were getting caught up. I just couldn't easily run it. So I decided, oh, well, halfway between that on this shelf would be a great spot to put an uplighter. And it was very easy to go from the one on the left to the uplighter, and then from the uplighter down to the hole on the right. By the way, an essential tool to a job like this is a set of fish rods like the yellow ones I have here. Well, this is the end result. I couldn't be happier. I think the stairs have never looked better. They've got a real luxury feel now, and so I think it was totally worth the time and the effort. You know, the materials were cheap. It was some lights, some boxes, some cables, a couple of switches. It was definitely labor intensive. All told, about a couple of days' work. But that's it. Post your questions. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you'd like to see other DIY projects like this or smart home tech, please subscribe. Thanks again. My name is Scott.